Hi, everybody. It's Don Thornton, the short sale guy. And today I want to talk specifically about short sales, why I love short sales. And I can tell you that I'm probably an outlier when it comes to people who are involved in real estate investing and also real estate agents for that matter. Generally, when the subject of short sales comes up, invariably you're going to hear negativity. Oh, they take too long. Oh, they're too hard. Oh, you can work for months and months and never get them to work. And all I can say to that is keep thinking that, guys. Keep thinking it, because I'm going to keep raking in the money if you guys keep thinking that. But I will say this: I will give people their due. They are they're not easy. Okay, and listen. I did my first short sale negotiation. I started in 2003 and it closed in January of 2004. And I was a complete new real estate, investor. So I didn't start wholesaling. I mean, it seems like nowadays, I don't know, for the last 10 years maybe, it's just been in vogue and is understood that if you're a newbie investor, that you automatically just gravitate to wholesaling. And I never understood that. I never did a wholesale deal. The concept was foreign to me, and I'll tell you why. Because you're limited in a wholesale deal, but how much you can make. You're telling yourself that I can only make X amount of money because you've got to get the seller wants the money usually, and the cash buyer is greedy and doesn't want to overpay for something, and so you've got a little sliver. You got a sliver there that you can try to get. The problem is with wholesaling and fixing and flipping as well, honestly, is that you could only go up. The only way you can make more money is to raise the value of the property. So, and how do you do that? You have to generally just invest your money into it to make it more profitable. And so I never understood that concept. I understood it. I'm not saying it's easy to understand. What I meant was I felt like there was a better way. And this is the genius of short sales. Because what you are doing is you're taking not even an asset, it's a liability. When you have a property where the mortgage is more than the house is worth, there's no value there whatsoever. That is, under traditional real estate practices, strategies, and tactics, there's no value, right? Because you can't sell it at a profit. No one's going to buy it with a full payoff of the mortgage. No one's going to buy it. And so it's just going to go to foreclosure auction. So, but for me, it's like that's an opportunity. When I first understood short sales and the idea that I could take a upside down piece of property, negotiate with the mortgage company, and I can create equity with not spending a dime on creating equity. So basically, if I want to create equity in a traditional sale, in a traditional deal, I have to go in there and spend thousands of dollars to upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the bathrooms, maybe put new flooring in, maybe put a new roof on or whatever, do the landscaping. Okay, I have to put that money out there. I am risking my hard-earned money, or I am risking money that I have to borrow to finance this transaction, or I have to risk my credit if I get a loan. See, I'm risking lots of things here. I am also limited on what I can do, right? So if you're trying to do this type of real estate transaction, if you're trying to do a fix and flip, for example, then you have to put money into it. And so unless you have a lot of money on your own, or you have access, unless you've done what I've done, which is develop my own financing sources, but a lot of people don't, and so they that's why they basically devolve. I don't say evolve, I say devolve into wholesaling, because they can't solve the money problem. They don't know where they can get capital, and they can only hard money lenders. There's only so many of those around, and if you start using them, maybe you won't be able to make something work because too many points. They feel like no, they're not going to do that deal or whatever. So you're limited. You're limited on how many deals you can have in pipeline. It's hard to scale. It's really hard to scale regular transactions unless you got a lot of money. Okay, short sales are, they're so much more cost effective, and I would say even profitable, because if you do it right, which we do, if you do it right, then you are creating equity from thin air. Isn't that an amazing thing? So I don't have to put $20,000 in to make $20,000 more, right? We just use our expertise. We use our expertise, our knowledge, our know-how, and we can create the equity. And all of a sudden you've got a property that before nobody wanted, and now it has equity. Now it has real value. And that's what I love about short sales. And for investors, for wholesalers especially, I'm throwing this out there to tell you that you already know how to get houses. If you don't know how to get houses, if you don't know how to find upside down properties, then you should let me teach you. Because I teach people for free. I'm probably the only weirdo, teacher, trainer, coach out there that doesn't charge people, to teach them how to do this. Okay, what I tell people is, look, I'll teach you for free. There's some tools that you need to be successful, and if you want to work with me, you have to subscribe to at least one of those tools. But besides that, I mean, there's no cost. And all I ask is that if you find a house that's upside down, that you let us work the short sale, and then we'll sign a joint venture agreement. We'll be joint venture partners, and then you have your duties and I have our duties according to the joint venture agreement. You're going to have to do some stuff on it, but it's not like you're going to have to go out there and rehab a house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So in fact, sometimes it's funny. My wife sometimes says, well, what are you doing? You're teaching people for free and everything. I say, you know what? I don't care, because here's the deal. You can go out. I can teach you how to go out to find upside down houses. I can teach you to get them. I can teach you what to say, the scripts, everything. You can get that person to sign a listing agreement because it has to be with a realtor. But then what do? It doesn't mean anything. I mean, if the person says, yeah, do a short sale, and you don't know how to do it. And again, you got to understand the difference between doing a short sale, just going through the motions. You can generally learn how to take a property, list it, get a contract with someone who wants to buy it, negotiate with the bank, and as long as it's like a retail price, I mean, you can get it work. You can get it to work, but you won't make any money on it. You're not going to create any profit. The trick is the profit generation, the profit creation. And I don't know many people at all that know how to do that. I mean, here's the thing, okay? When a lot of people can do something with a house that's a piece of crap, okay? If there's lots of things wrong with it or whatever, then that's easier. You separate the men from the boys, to use that cliche. You separate the men from the boys is when you can take a pretty house and get a $40,000 discount. Okay, that's where that's where you make your money. That's where the metal meets what do they call it? The metal meets the pedal or whatever. I forget my cliches, but anyway, that's what we do. That's what we do. And I can tell you that during the last 14 months, we've only had one rejected by the lender. One. That's it. We get them to work. The only time that we miss on our short sales is if the homeowner has a change of heart, decides wants to file bankruptcy, or they want to do a deed in lieu, or they try to or they modify their property. They say, you know what, I'm going to try to keep it. Okay, but we don't lose any other ones. I mean, it's very rare. Like I said, 1 in 14 months that we don't get the number that necessary to make money on a short sale. So I'm throwing it out there. Okay, and so I would encourage you, those of you wholesalers, other investors, if you want to set up a separate income, another income stream, then it would behoove you to let's talk about cooperation and joint venturing with me and my company. And it's you're throwing away. Otherwise, you're throwing away money if you don't incorporate short sales into your marketing. But again, short sales don't work if you don't know how to work them like we do. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I look forward to our next video. Thanks a lot.